Hey, hi, and presumably also hey. Um, Today I'm playing Battletech. This is Battletech. Say hi to Battletech. The game I've been hyperfixating on all January, and it's cool. That's why that's why I hyperfixated on it, and I wanted to show it off a little. Um, I guess the easiest explanation is like Fire Emblem in space, but with mechs. And instead of a dating sim, you have this company sim, and that's cool. And also, all the space nations suck, and uh, they do war crimes, and that's not good. Um, but fortunately, as a mercenary, you don't have to do war crimes, and uh, we are mercenaries. This is the career mode. I'm like 130 days in. Uh, so like career mode is basically a sandbox kind of thing, um, as opposed to the campaign, which wants to tell a story. And like the campaign missions, like the story missions, I think they're all pretty well designed. Um, though at some point they also get pretty easy. And what I don't like as much is that you have to win them, because that's how you progress in the story. But in career mode, you don't have to win. It's a completely legitimate decision to run away when you notice everything is bad. So because a lot of space places are named after Earth places, um, I'm starting in Joppa, like like in Caves of Cut, and the climate is lunar, which sucks actually. Um, but I'll show you why that sucks in a bit. I'll just go through these here because I don't think I think I just arrived at this place. The hiring hall, you can hire your mech warriors. I'm full right now, so not particularly interested. In the store, you can buy mech parts and weapons and stuff, and also sell them. And um, for weird career mode scoring reasons, um, I'm trying to keep uh, one of every mech variation, I guess, um, because that gives you points, and the points don't really mean anything, and I'm basically doing kind of a practice run, if you will. Um, but I just kind of wanna, you know, see how I would go about actually doing a proper I want to get a high score run. Uh, which is funny because I never care about high scores in video games. Um, anyway, I don't have a lot of money. You can see here, um, I have to spend 400 million space bucks, C-bills a month, and that means I can, at the moment, only afford 2 months of pay. Um, but I'm interested in some things which I will check out later. Check out the contracts in a bit. Here are my mech warriors. This is my commander, which is the character you make, and you can customize them, and you can have they them pronouns, which is both a big deal and a very small deal. It's cool, and you can customize all the things. I just randomize names because I'm terrible at names. And these are like just random pilots, and they have pilot skills. And this means that's the character of a Kickstarter backer, which is kind of neat. Also, this is the name of my company, which is not random. So I hope that's a cool name. These are my mechs. I customized all of them because the stock configurations are generally not very good. Especially because they don't they don't really use all of the armor they could use, and I do like to have some armor. So, for example, the Vindicator is like by default kind of wait, I think I can just go into refit and look at the stock combat role. It's kind of with long range missiles and a particle cannon, which is also a long range weapon. Kind of a slow sniper kind of thing. And I don't like the particle cannons because they are too hot. So put a bunch of smaller lasers in there. Medium lasers are very good. And some jump jets for jumping, and instead of the long range missiles, I put some short range missiles in there, because that kind of works better with the range of the medium lasers and the small lasers, and also upped the armor a bunch. And that's basically the thing I did with all of these, except like the Firestarter. Firestarter is like kind of the stock configuration is like a specialized mech with flamethrowers, and those are used to overheat enemy mechs, which is really dangerous, and actually very strong on lunar planets like this one here. But I took out all of those and put small lasers and machine guns in there, so it's kind of like these are support weapons, and support weapons are short range and will be used automatically when you engage in melee. And so it's kind of like my little punch robot that shoots a bunch afterward. I did the same thing with the with the Vindicator with the Panther. Remove the PPC, put a bunch of lasers in there, and this kind of an impressive number of lasers for a light mech. A very good light mech at the upper range of the weight limit, but still a light mech. Light mechs kinda suck unless you make them kind of broken. But you kind of need to really go all in on that. And I think for the Jenna, I just put in jump jets and more armor and remove the laser. So it actually does less damage now. I also had an urban mech. The urban mech is cool. It's a big trash can with a big gun, and unfortunately I got another panther, and panthers are like generally good, and urban mechs are very good not in this game. Like all of the advantages um, are kind of not a thing in this game. Um, which is like I didn't know anything about the lore before I played this game, and now I know that urban mechs are really cool, but not here. Because the thing is like they stand in a city and you walk around the corner with a big with your big mech, and then they shoot you in the face and you're dead. And that's also they're very cheap, so you can have a bunch of those for the price of a lot of heavier mechs. And in this game you have 4 units, so 9 of these apply. In engineering, there are ship upgrades, which cost a lot of money, take a lot of time, and you can, customize some things, like make your ship faster, have more mechs, repair mechs faster, stuff like this. Here's the star map. This is space, like part of space. Um, I don't know if there's anything interesting to say about this except that like all of these planets have different characteristics and they all have names, and all of these nations are kind of bad in one way or another, and usually the way in which they are bad is that they commit a bunch of war crimes and stuff like that. So, enough talking, as if I would stop talking. These are the contracts, which are all proc gen, except the story missions in the campaign, and like the DLC has some pre-made missions, which I would assume are also very good because the story missions are good. And I'm gonna start with the easiest missions, um, because when you start with the hard missions, your mechs might get damaged, and repairing your mechs takes time. And time is money, because you can't like the repairs cost money, and also you might not be able to do missions, and then you just sit around and wait for the repairs to finish. So I'm doing this here. Um, Again, the lunar biome sucks. You will see why in a bit. This is the type of mission, ambush convoy, which means there's cars and tanks, and they can be very dangerous by themselves, and also they're mechs. This is the difficulty here. Half skull is generally very easy. Like you could do it with like half of the starting lance, which is the 4 units you have, the 4 units you control in the mission. And but the difficulty is not very accurate. Like it kind of tells you how heavy the enemy units are, and like heavier units tend to be a lot more dangerous. But sometimes it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be easy, and whoops, there's a heavy mech, and it shoots you in the face, and ouch. Oh yeah, Before I do this, I wanna show the difficulty settings. Here. So for the settings that you set at the start, I picked unequipped mechs, which means when you get the new mech, it has nothing, no weapons or anything, which is mostly a problem early in the game because you don't have anything to equip them with. Later on, it's kind of like, I have like 50 medium lasers. Iron Man mode just means this is single save. The reduced Argo upgrade costs. It's just that upgrading the ship is cheaper. How many parts of salvage you need per mech to get a full mech, with the default being 3. I put it up to 5 just to I don't know. It basically makes you grind a bit more. Randomized starting mechs I didn't pick because it's like my first career run anyway. So picking the default is as good as picking a random composition for me. The enemy force strength I kept at normal. The thing is, it makes missions more difficult just by putting heavier mechs into them, which means you also get the stronger mechs quicker. So if you're good at tactics, it kind of makes the game easier. Mech destruction means if your mech is destroyed, it's just gone. Salvage is how much stuff you get from missions. Lethality means when your pilot is like gravely injured, they are dead. And like in the regular game, they might not be dead. Advanced mech warriors means you can hire like pilots with more skills and more experience, which I set to rare because I don't really hire too many anyway. Contract payment is how much money you get. The mech warrior progression is the XP, which I basically just set to slow because I was close to hitting the total score multiplier of 1. And no rare salvage means you get less of the like rare weapons and stuff like that. So you'd have to buy all of them, and they are expensive. And I generally tend to not use them too much anyway, because when they break, they're gone. So just gonna jump into this now. I'm negotiating what I get, and I could put all of this at the lowest to get more reputation with the local pirate organization, which only matters because they control access to the black market, and you fight pirates a lot, so they will tend to hate you. But on the other hand, it's really not much of a difference between 2 and 3. It would be higher, I guess, if it were a more difficult mission. So I like money, and I like salvage. These are actually pretty good salvage options. But because it's a very easy mission, it will probably just be like very light mechs I don't particularly care about. So I'll probably go for something like this. Um, and put a lot of beginner pilots, I guess, into my mechs, because I wanna make. I don't really wanna end up in the situation where, like, all of your pilots are in the med bay and you're stuck with your terrible pilots you never trained up. And good pilots are very important, because they hit things instead of not hitting them. And that's a big deal. So I'm gonna take a sip of water. Fighting against the planetary government, which is like the um, like nobody. So for reputation purposes, they don't matter at all. Okay. So this is the denial zone. Um. So don't let them reach this. So they will probably take this road. Yeah, because convoys try to stick to roads. And we have the high ground. And also they can see us, which is nice. So,
Receiving you. Ready for orders.
the Jenna is my fastest mech, I think. And I just wanna get some vision.
Reporting enemy contact.
Okay. That's one mech for tanks. So the question is, do I just try to attack them right now or like intercept them later? And because I already put this mech here, it might not be a bad idea to back them up. Even though Jenna with a lot of evasion, that's like these things here, with a lot of evasion will probably not get hit by much and could just run away again. So the problem is they might get a turn to run away, which is not a big problem because I can just shoot them. I can just shoot them. I will move a bit more to the center with the Panther and the Vindicator because both of these are slow. There's the Jenna. So the game has like these initiative phases, and it basically goes like light mechs go in phase 4. Usually take turns. So it's like the enemy, then you, and then medium mechs, of which I have one, the Vindicator, come after that, and then heavy mechs and assault mechs, or medium vehicles, heavy vehicles, assault vehicles. Basically, the heavier they are, the more dangerous they are because they have more armor and more weapons.
What now?
But what I can also do is reserve, which puts me in the next phase, and is a pretty good decision when you're in a good defensive position. A good decision, because like you keep all the evasion and let your enemies come closer. So these two are the tanks, and if I let them go, they'll just drive away. So there's no point in reserving now. So we'll have the Jenna go here and maybe be safe from these heavier two tanks, probably, because of this here.
On my way.
So the Jenna has a lot of evasion, so it will be hard to hit. The Scorpion is easy to hit, the Galleon also. The Panther has 1 evasion, so it's just a bit harder to hit. And with the PPC, it has a very scary weapon. The Jenna has a bunch of small weapons, and these two are also like more on the small side. But if I take care of the convoy, that's the mission done. So I can do, if all of these hit the same spot, 75 damage. That would be enough on all. Yeah, also here on all 4 of the parts I can hit, as long as all hit the same spot. And here I will hit from the back. The same. If I hit like the same spot 3 times, or the weaker spots 2 times, it blows up. But you know, it's kind of unlikely that I'll just kill them in one shot. So I could also try to take away the Panther's weapon, which is the PPC in the right arm. So if I destroy the right arm or the right torso, where the arm is hanging off of, if I destroy those, it can't use the weapon anymore. I could do that, but it's probably worse chances than just shooting a tank. And I might, if I attack this one, I only have to, and I don't kill it, I only have to hit it from behind again, which would be fine, because it will try to run away. If I attack this one, now I'm shooting from the side, and if it runs away, I'll probably hit it from behind. So I'll go for this.
Primary target is taking damage.
So the damage system or health system is like really important to understand if you're playing the game. Maybe not so much when you're watching. Like this white, these white bars are the armor, and orange is like the actual structure. And when you destroy a structure, it goes boom, and it's done. Well, armor is unimportant. It just means you have less armor now. And cars and tanks, when one part is destroyed, the entire vehicle is gone.
Hey,
Okay, my fire starter can only attack the mechs. Alternatively, I could run past. Which seems like
throw the data for what it's worth.
it seems like a good enough decision.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So when you sprint, you can't attack. So that's what I did. And I don't really want to shoot this Jenna because the accuracy is really low. It's kind of a waste of time. So I will just move everyone closer. And there's not a lot of cover here, but that's a striker. They shoot rockets. I don't like them. But I probably don't need cover with a couple relatively weak vehicles and like 2 mechs.
What now?
So this time I don't really need to let them go first because I can already attack the enemies. And I will try to destroy the galleon. Turn off some weapons because the heat can probably go like this. Let's do one medium laser.
Target locked. An enemy's rear.
Primary target is damaged, Commander.
That's one down. Because when your heat goes up, bad things happen. And because this is a lunar environment,
Goodbye.
heat dissipates lots slower. 70. 85, 87. Okay, I don't wanna try to attack this in melee. Melee does double damage to vehicles, but if I hit the wrong spot, like this here, it will just barely survive. I can instead attack like with lasers, which means I could reach these two, or I could shoot the Panther or the Jenna in the back, or hit them, but like light mechs don't have particularly strong melee damage without support weapons like the fire starters. And I'm gonna try use precision strike, which lets me choose where to shoot. I'm gonna try. That's not enough, is it? Yeah. Well, anyway, still gonna try. Shoot the Panther in the back.
Firing all weapons.
Not great. Because the rear armor is a lot thinner
I'm
than
under heavy fire.
all of the other armor.
I hear ya.
So the Jenna didn't move as much, so it has less evasion. This is the right side of the Panther, so the side with the weapon.
You betcha.
So I could shoot here. Or I could have sprinted forward.
All weapons are go.
Get a head hit. If you injure pilots enough, they die. And you just get the entire mech.
Commander.
Unless you also destroyed the mech.
Confirmed.
So there's a little problem, which is that these vehicles are a lot faster than my mechs. This is a bad chance to hit. In retrospect, probably should have not done the precision strike, because using precision strike also makes you more accurate in general. And I could have attacked one of those. So I will still try to take off another head hit. That's great.
Hit that was.
There's like a 2% chance to hit the head. But every hit to the head of the mech injures the pilot.
Okay. For now. I'm here.
So this is the fire starter. The fire starter does 45 melee, which means 90. And because it has the support weapons, which it will also use at the same time, even the thickest spot, which is the turret, it would probably not survive. So this is great. I hit the turret. Of course, I hit the turret, and then it didn't hit the turret. It has like 3 HP, and one hit of the MG does 3 damage. So that's like, wow.
Yes, Commander.
Just not very lucky. And I could run past these and attack the tanks, which exposes my back to them, which isn't great. The Panther has a PPC, which does like, does anything tell me? No, I don't have my own, so I can't tell. I think PPCs do like 45 damage or something like that. And I don't really wanna make it shoot through my rear armor. But if I move fast enough, that should be fine. Unless it isn't, but I might get a chance to shoot off the PPC anyway. So now I probably won't hit the turret. Where any hit would kill it, which is kind of eh. I can probably kill the Scorpion, unless I also hit the turret.
Roger that.
Warning. Enemy reinforcements.
Oh no, of course. There's like reinforcements in every mission.
Waiting for orders.
So the Panther, it could go destroy the Striker, I guess, and the Firestarter can take care of the other Striker next turn. But that means the Panther, which is now in phase 3, because of precision strike, because that's another effect of the skill. It would go before the Vindicator, and I would like the Vindicator to shoot off its weapon so it doesn't hit the Janna in the back. So it might also punch the Janna in the back. And I would probably take structure damage anyway. But I'm just kind of ignoring this. Because I want to destroy the tanks. So I have to disable one weapon, because otherwise I hit the heat threshold. When you overheat, you take structural damage, and that's expensive, even if it's not a lot of damage, because you will have to repair it at some point.
Targeting enemy.
Oh god. You will have to repair it at some point, and I guess the Panther didn't do anything. Could shoot at the tank, at like the striker again, which would... I still need 2 hits in the same location. And I kind of want to take care of the convoy before the reinforcements arrive, because they will make everything more difficult. I could still... Well, not now that I moved. I could also... could have shot the Panther. I didn't shoot the Panther. And that's 3 out of 4. 75%. Okay. That's fine. So the striker will move. I'm not sure if vehicles work like mechs in that they can sprint or move and attack.
Go, go, go.
It might make sense for them to do both. But unfortunately, I'm not as fast as this root car. So I can't go and step on it. They can still shoot.
On my way.
Because everyone else is pretty far away. Back armor is the thinnest, and I'll use precision strike to make sure it dies this time.
Copy that. Firing alpha strike.
Yep.
Time to bug out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
So now that I've accomplished the goal of the mission, Rude, I can go evacuate, which is often a good call. But also I like to, especially when you've just... This is the evac zone. The reinforcements are probably around here now.
Good to go.
But especially when you've picked salvage for your mission rewards, you kinda wanna destroy some mechs to actually get anything to salvage. Also, it's fun. Also, you get more money. But it's technically not necessary. So Jenna doesn't do a lot of damage in melee. And it doesn't have any support weapons, but it will probably for heat reasons only get 2 shots off. So I guess I will try to attack the Panther, give it a bit of time to cool down.
Putting my weight into it.
That was not particularly impressive. Wow, rude. Almost. Okay, PPC does 50
What
damage.
can I do for you?
Almost pierced the armor. So the Panther. The Panther is actually a light mech that kind of does decent melee damage, and it's also close to overheating, and I don't think I can reach the other Panther. I can. But I can only hit the undamaged side, which I guess might still be better than hitting the Jenna, which hasn't taken any damage.
Going toe to toe.
Yep.
Reporting.
So a kind of rude thing about the game is that a lot of the time, the evac zone will be very close to wherever the reinforcements spawn. So you will often either have to dash through and probably take a bunch of damage, or ignore the evac and kill the reinforcements and also take a bunch of damage. So, yeah, the Vindicator's also close to overheating, because this is a lunar environment and I have a relatively hot loadout. So we'll punch again, making it close to falling over, but everything orange means I'm just working through the armor everywhere, when I would really like to take off the arm.
Let's do it.
So, if I attack now, that will probably knock the Panther over. And might take off the arm. Yep. And the pilot died after taking 2 hits to the head, and then torso explosions also also injure the pilot. And knockdowns,
Right here.
but it, it didn't have time to fall over. Get to shoot the Jenna in the back.
Roger that.
Ooh.
That
There's
looks
like
a critical hit.
3 ways to destroy a mech. The simplest is destroying the center torso from the front or behind. Just keep punching.
Got it.
Still very warm. Took off an arm.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
The second way is to take off both legs. And the third way is to kill the pilot. There are a bunch of different ways to injure the pilot. But I find for until your pilots are strong enough and have like accuracy and all of these things, it's not really worth it to intentionally go after pilot injuries.
Enemy flanking.
Okay, a 2 is either a heavy mech or probably another striker, and I assume it's... Am I hitting from behind? Yes. We'll probably kill it. I assume it's another striker. Because it's supposed to be an easy mission, and heavy mechs are not easy at all. That's probably a panther.
I'm gonna die.
Waiting for orders.
So that's a locust. Okay, locusts are babies. They're like the weakest, the worst. Um, but it has a lot of evasion, so I will go attack it
Heading out.
in melee.
Engaging.
Because melee doesn't care about evasion. So I assume the metaphor is like that that when you have a lot of evasion after moving far, the thing is that you've moved so fast that people find it hard to hit you. Not that you're like standing still and
I read you, Commander.
dancing around or whatever. Yeah, it's fine. It's a locust, so
Time to die.
any damage that goes through might do a lot, and very little damage went through. Yep, that's two vehicles.
Copy.
One is sniping me very rudely.
Moving.
The other is shooting rockets. Yeah, whatever. Don't really wanna have the heat gauge this full. Taking lag damage.
Internal damage.
Don't wanna lose a leg. It's the left one, which means I can turn like this and they probably won't hit it again. And attack the locust, unfortunately from the not particularly weakened side. And I guess just shoot off the right arm. Oh, okay, I'll take it. As the panther. Thanks. Thanks for missing. That PPC is scary. I just don't like it because, like, especially in a lunar environment, you don't get to shoot it very often before you overheat. So I wanna hit the left side, which is already weakened, and not the back, though I guess it has so little armor that full back armor versus no armor in the front makes like no difference. Can I punch it? It's just punch things for a bit, even if nice. Even if like two of my mechs have terrible melee. Well, only the Jenna has terrible melee damage. The Firestarter has a bunch of support weapons.
Waiting for orders.
And yet the Jenna is the one that ends up punching things a lot because it's so fast.
Moving out. Tell me what to do.
Bam.
Gotcha.
I kind of, ouch, kind of should be like in cover and wait for the heat to go down. But instead I sprint, because the Vindicator is not scared of anything they have.
Roger. Full throttle.
But everyone else is a bit damaged. Oh, that's gonna cost a bit.
Standing by.
Ready for orders.
That's rough terrain. meaning it's easier to knock mechs over, which is the bar below the heat bar. I can't mouse over. Like here, the bar below the heat bar. When it fills up
What
in
can I do for you?
like yellow, this weird mustard yellow,
Orders.
the mech falls over,
Waiting for orders.
and that's good. Panther's also very hot. I'll move here so that the dotted line means I can't see the enemy from there. Actually, it might just be the range. Might just be out of range of the weapons, so it doesn't actually matter. I'll get hit by both anyway.
Uh-huh.
They'll have to turn off some weapons because it's very warm inside this mech. Because I have a lot of resolve, I can use a precision strike. And actually, I don't really want to use it when I only have two weapons. Two weapons active. So I'll just try to soften the enemy up a bit. Ouch. Oh yeah. Ow. Ow. That's bad.
Receiving you.
Why is the Jenna? Oh. That's why it's facing the Panther with the back. That's a bit scary.
Confirmed.
Definitely taking more damage than I want to.
Commander. I'll try.
Oh, I should have turned away so my left leg doesn't get hit, because now it's definitely gonna get hit.
Locking in target.
No, my jump jet.
All gonna die. Reporting.
So it would be good to destroy the striker now. So it doesn't kill the fire starter.
Affirmative.
Can I do that? Can I pull it off? Yeah, with the missiles, that should be possible. Yep.
Target destroyed.
Thank you, Precision Strike, for protecting me from my mistakes. Ouch. This is gonna cost a lot of money.
Standing by.
Though
Commander.
I'm actually less concerned about the money and more about the time.
Affirmative.
Because it will probably take like a week to repair. I will use another Precision Strike. The reason I'm going for the Scorpion now is because the Panther just had its turn
Enemy vehicle eliminated.
and the Scorpion hadn't.
Right here.
So now I have 1, 2, 3 of my units to take care of the Panther. Not gonna risk it. Gonna run away.
What can I do for you?
It's very hot. I would like to punch
On
it.
my way.
Copy.
I can't punch it. I think it's standing next to a rock that is blocking me from that position. Need to turn off a lot of weapons. I can use a precision strike. Just to make sure I take off the arm. Not that it's... It was very likely that arm was gone. Also, using the precision strike, I'll push the Panther into phase 3,
Yes, Commander.
which means I get another 2 attacks before it's the Panther's turn. I could try to knock it over. Bit risky if the Panther decides to shoot me in the back.
Don't need to tell me twice. This is gonna be good.
Standing by.
It's almost... just needs a bit more stability damage, but I only have lasers. But I can risk this. That should knock it over.
Targeting for physical attack.
And also push it down into phase 2. Pilot injured.
Right here.
I can also risk an attack now with the fire starter, because after getting up it probably won't hit anything, and now I get a free called shot while the enemy's on the ground. And the Vindicator is close to overheating, but I can't punch. I just want to punch. Boom. Ammo explosions also hurt pilots.
Mission successful.
Ammo explosions, knockdowns, torso explosions, hits to the head. I think that's it. Get a bunch of money from this very easy mission. That actually wasn't too easy because lunar environments suck. So what do I want? I could go for another Panther, could go for another Jenner. Also, I might be able to sell either. There's a lot of jump jets, of course. So I didn't get any of the other salvage parts. So that one slot, it says here priority and total. Priority means you get to choose it, and total is how much you get in total. Like, the rest is random. So when you expect to get very good things, because like there are probably heavy mechs or something in this mission, it's good to have more salvage. And sometimes there's not a lot of things for you to salvage. So I'm gonna check the med bay now. Yep, the fire starter took a bunch of damage. In the back. Oh, a lot in the arm and the leg. So like the armor, the white bars, they're replenished for free immediately, automatically when you return. But the internal structure you have to repair. Oh yeah, and I have to refit because I lost a jump jet. Let's see, if I just remove the jump jet. Costs nothing, takes no time. Put a new jump jet in. Already takes 1 day. Repair the arm. Costs more money. Okay. Okay. 3 days. That's fine, actually. The Jenna took damage in the... Ooh, that's bad. Like a PPC shot in the back would just take this off. And just check. It's just here. That would take 1 day. So I think I'll repair this Jenna. Change the priorities and wait 1 day. And now have 4 mechs again. If the structure damage isn't too big, you can just ignore it for now. Or if the missions are easy enough, you can also just go do them with like 3 mechs or something. Or 2. So yeah, I said I do the hard missions. No, I do the easy missions first. So I can do as much as possible without having to repair in between. And then I did the easy mission and had to repair in between. It's because the lunar biome sucks. And also all of my mechs have very hot weapons. Like lasers and rockets are pretty hot. And I don't really have a lot of alternatives. I don't have a lot of mechs. And like these here are the best mechs I have. And actually, let's check the store. I have a bit of money now. A slight bit more money. Very far away from Blackjack. Cicada sucks. Don't need a commander, don't need another gen. Orion is too expensive. Could buy another part of a Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk is a very good medium mech. I like it, it's very fast. Victor, Warhammer, both too expensive. So not gonna bother. Gonna do another contract. So bodyguards. The planetary government missions are like, yay, money and salvage, but you might ruin your reputation with other factions. In this case, the Capellan Confederation sucks, so I'm fine with that. Oh yeah, I'll need to check if any of my battle mechs got enough XP. Piloting. 1 unsteady threshold is useful enough that I'll pick it. Because assigning a skill makes the salary go up.
I hear ya.
Oh. So I could pick multi-target, which is cool because it has a lot of utility. Though not so much with light mechs who don't have that many weapons. Sure footing is not that useful. So you can, out of these four, you can only pick one. Only pick two, and out of these four, you can only pick one. And it can only be one of the two you picked the skills for first. So Bulwark is is like just lets you take less damage by using cover and bracing and stuff like that. Sensor lock lets you sensor lock a target, which does a couple of things. One of which is it removes 2 evasion, and it lets you hit them with long range missiles even when you don't have line of sight. But early in the game, out of these 4, the most useful is probably still multi-target, and then Bulwark. Mostly because I don't really do the things where sensor lock is useful, or piloting, the sure footing, and afterward, Master Tactician is really good. Like, probably, maybe the best skill for general purposes. But sensor lock is like either good or not very useful, depending on how you play. Coolant vent is just a good skill, and Ace Pilot is also very good because you can shoot and then move, so you can shoot and get back into cover. And Breaching Shot is not great, except I guess with the DLC, because you have to use a single weapon, and that's, I mean, I personally also don't like just using one big weapon. But I guess the DLC has a couple of those where that's worth it. So, like, most of my pilots end up doing, like, as you can see here, multi-target and Bulwark, or multi-target and then Master Tactician. I guess Bulwark and Master Tactician. But just multi-target is so useful. So we'll pick the multi-target. These had, yeah.
Receiving you.
And this one. I gave one sensor lock and then multi-target. So I could give you multi-target and then sensor lock, for example. Or like this.
Training confirmed, Commander.
So, and now everyone gets more money per month. Oops. Contracts. So this one against the Capellans. The Capellans suck. I mean, all of the big factions suck. So, but the Capellans suck a lot. I mean, they suck, and also that they are written like that sucks, because they're kind of like space China, like under Mao, but with a lot of backstabbing and police state stuff, and like a lot of things that people think China is like that aren't really true. And just like eh, it sucks because like out of the five nations, there's like Space China and Space Japan, and both of these are terrible. And considering that it was written by Americans, that's like, ow. I think it was Americans. It could also be British, but it was probably Americans. It was probably Americans. So defend base. I probably don't want as much salvage because it's a very easy mission, except it probably won't be easy because lunar environments suck. And defend base missions also kind of suck. Because you basically have to shoot enemies to attract their attention, or they'll destroy buildings, and then reinforcements appear, and you don't know where they come from, and then they shoot the buildings, and so you have to run at them and shoot them. And even when your mechs are really powerful, you might just get surprised by weird reinforcement spots or whatever, or because like the mechs at the front give line of sight to a mech somewhere in the fog of war that keeps shooting missiles. So it's generally pretty hard not to lose at least one building. And the goal is technically not to lose any buildings.
Hey, do we get hazard pay for fighting on this rock?
Good question. I mean, not from me, I guess. I just paid a salary, but no, actually, you don't get hazard pay because I'm terrible. Unless that's part of the salary already? Anyway, so usually you want to keep your mechs together so you don't get flanked, because one mech getting focused is very quickly a dead mech. But in the defend base missions, you often have to spread out, just so you can shoot the enemies before they shoot the buildings. So I want to say no reinforcements will spawn here because the orange line is the edge of the map. But I've been wrong before where exactly that happened, and that cost me a building. And where's the edge is here, so reinforcements could be here. So I will keep the Vindicator back. Oops, broke some stuff. Because the Vindicator is too slow to get there anyway.
Moving to position.
A spider. Okay, this is actually not a terrible time for sensor lock, because if I shoot, the spider loses one evasion and I probably won't hit, or it will be not very impactful because I only have medium lasers and only 3 of them. So sensor lock probably does more. Oh, I thought it was already your turn. I guess then
There,
it didn't matter anyway, because now the spider moved just a little bit, and that means I
Good to go.
won't have problems hitting. Oh yeah, that's the second Jenner, not my fire starter. Fire starter kicking a spider in the back and then shooting with all the support weapons. Would be fun, but I will still just do that. Ooh, MG ammo explosion. Oh, that's yep. That's that's still a dead spider.
affirmative.
Move order received.
Confirmed.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Okay. Oh, that's a whole. Oh, that's more than a whole thing. That's 2 mechs and 3 tanks.
Ready for orders.
Ooh, kinda don't even want to go there.
I hear ya. Pedal to the metal.
I have to check. Okay, it's just there. Don't wanna get surprised by mechs here.
Hey,
So I could just reserve and see what they do. And how what they do is not shoot the building.
I'm here.
I guess they don't see this Jenna. Mm,
Advancing, I guess.
Commander.
so like, because light mechs don't have a lot of armor and the defense is evasion, you really want to move them as far as possible in most situations, so they don't take a lot of damage.
On my way.
Okay, that's not a lot of armor, so as long as I hit, I just use precision strike to make sure I hit. And it. I wanna check here again. Front or the sides are both fine. So come on, come. Yeah. Oh, I switched to attack. I want a precision strike. 52, 44, 52.
Firing a full salvo.
Boom.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Right here.
Because
Mm-hmm.
vehicles are glass cannons. They are generally very easy to destroy, but can also do a lot of damage. Oh no.
Hey,
Commander is also kind of a glass cannon.
Orders.
um. Oh. But I do want to move. Even if it's just like this.
Take this. There's
So
more where
that's
that came
one
from.
weapon done.
what
That's a panther.
Standing by.
I will reserve to see what
Sure.
they do.
Just forget about me.
Don't shoot me in the back, thanks.
Hey,
Also, because now I can just step on this. I can do 70 and that kills wherever I hit.
I'd rather use weapons, but
Hmm.
enemy vehicle? This
Waiting for orders.
So where's
I'm
the...
listening.
There. That's the last vehicle.
Yes,
Probably a striker. Because it's in phase 2. And the game loves to throw strikers at you. But there's also the Panther, which will probably soon be able to shoot the PPC at the buildings. But I don't think it will manage to destroy them.
Coordinates received.
So, a striker, a damaged striker. But I don't want to risk it, because if I spread the damage, it lives,
Everything I've got.
and I don't want it to live.
Vehicle down.
Yeah?
Go here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's still a commando. Forgot about you. Because you suck. Ah, that's all of the armor.
What now?
But not the structure.
There.
Walking to the right to shoot off the PPC arm.
I'll try.
I like to shoot off the dangerous arm. Hey. Oh, now I can shoot in... No, I can't shoot in the back. Well, I might be able to with the Vindicator. No, I wanna hit the right side. Can't, I guess. Hit the front. Okay.
Moving out.
Okay.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Heh, still hit the arm.
Commander?
So you again.
Right, Commander.
That's bad, but I can... If it survives, I can still punch it. Oh, that's a knockdown.
Critical hit.
Probably won't get another turn.
Commander.
So, Vindicator. Actually, what is that? Number 3. Oh, it is the commando. Did I do a precision strike last turn? So it didn't get a turn yet. Can shoot the panther in the back. Might shoot the commando instead. Hope I don't get a PPC in the back for my trouble.
Here you go.
Let's do it.
Ha!
I'm here.
Also, the thing about damage is, if this arm is gone, any damage to the arm travels to the next part, toward the center. Which means if you attack a mech from one side, you will shoot off the arm, you will shoot off the torso, and then hit the center torso so that you kind of drill into the mech.
Standing by.
What now?
And that's fun.
Orders.
This mech probably runs too hot, so we'll attack in melee. Bonk. Get rid of one evasion. This one can shoot, and even shoot the arm,
Okay.
and not
let's
step
go.
in the radiation field, because the radiation field makes you
Copy that.
warm too.
Firing Alpha strike.
Wow. That was bad. I guess the radiation field also makes you harder to hit. So I guess that's
Yeah.
how that happened. But if I use a precision strike, I get 20% to hit. So take that.
Guess I'll give it to him then.
That's the wrong side.
Scored a critical hit.
But I also got a head hit.
Ah!
Not that it really matters. And push the Panther behind in the initiative. So all of my light mechs get to shoot.
Okay.
Boom.
That looked like a critical hit.
Commander.
And don't bother shooting.
Targeting for physical attack.
Good to go.
And there's the Panther.
On my way.
I think I will use a precision strike, because if I kill now, it's over. Boom! And it's over.
That's a kill.
So it didn't get another turn.
Mission
Yay!
successful.
So like these are proc gen missions. And they might seem simple, but you can get some, like, depending on where reinforcements happen, depending on the environment, the weight of the enemy mechs, you can get some really fun combat scenarios. And as I said, while the story missions are really well designed, most of them get very easy. Like, I think I had trouble with 2, and like one of those was you didn't have your own mechs, and I lost in the final turn basically. And the other one is kind of infamous for the jump in difficulty. And that's also where I realized you don't just wanna do all of the story missions as soon as you can, because that jumps up the difficulty of the game faster than your mech company gets stronger. So I got a new spider, which immediately sent to storage, because I don't want to use a spider instead of... I don't want to use a commando, a locust, a spider, and unfortunately not an urban mech over these. So I put it into storage, and I'm not selling it because it's the only one I have of this type of spider. I had the 5V first, and I got the 5K. And I think that's how the scoring system works. I haven't actually looked too much at it. Okay, that's Seabus over the entire career. I wish there was like a drop down thing. 50 points per difficulty of the contract. Unique mechs. So that's like the most points I have right now. Oh no, the ship upgrades. Completion of one weight class and all of the mechs. Mech warrior experience. Every 100 points of experience gives 2 points. Star systems visited. Each system is 500 points, so you can do the math. Star system completion if you have visited every system. Positive faction reputation, negative faction reputation. Which I guess are both exist because you can't be loved by everyone. Like everyone hates the pirates, for example. So if you do work for the pirates, everyone else thinks you are a pirate. And because they're all big nations, they don't like pirates. Then completing that somehow, I guess, plus 100 or minus 100. The ship upgrades, then completing the ship. The morale, I got 28. The mercenary review board reputation and the completion of that. My rank is unknown. What did it? I'm just starting out and have no significant accomplishments. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. I mean, you have 1,200 days for the score. You can keep playing afterward, but for score purposes, that's your deadline. And I guess it's a lot easier if you have like if you get a mech with 3 parts instead of, I think the maximum is 8. Like that's a
Yes,
pretty
Commander.
big difference. And like even in a campaign, some mechs took me forever to complete because I didn't see them that much. So my mech warriors are doing fine. My mechs are doing fine. My contracts wanna be done. Bodyguard. Defend the base. Okay, I was a bit confused because of VIP, because there's a type of mission where you have to actually escort a VIP in a mech. Which is nice because when their mech gets damaged a lot, you don't have to pay for it. So it's a lot of salvage, which will probably be unnecessary because it's again an easy mission, and I kind of want to leave this planet because I hate the lunar environment. And I want to be friends with the with Canopus. I guess that they're like the closest to a nation that's not terrible. At least in this time, I forgot what year it is. So yes, I want money. I want a bit of salvage. Because, like, I know that the Taurians, I guess, they're they're kind of weird because they're a bit of space taxes, I guess, or like the Wild West, and that it's a periphery thing, and they like the freedom, and they hate the other nations, and they think everyone is everyone has it out for them, but also the comparison doesn't work because they are really big on education and I guess freedom, but not in the American way. Like in the way that means something.
Command interface.
Oh, it's the same, the same map, I guess. It looks. Oh, it's exactly the same. Okay, it might still be kind of. Oh, extra support. Okay. Okay, that means these APCs will go to the base and will they do anything? Will they turn on turrets? Yep, there's a turret. They will turn on turrets unless they explode. So let's not make them explode.
There. Okay.
Um,
Moving out.
I guess I can just do a lot like last time, even though the reinforcements might happen completely differently. Why are you like this?
Bandit. Hey.
So yeah, and the Taurians,
Good to
I
go.
know at some point they just get really paranoid and attack everyone, and
What now?
they love nukes, and so like all of these nations suck, but at some points they suck less, and at other points they suck more, I guess. Except like the Canopians always suck because they're like a caricature of a totalitarian state.
I'm here.
What? Why did you heat up? Why? Whatever, I guess. Is it just you? Is it just you?
On my way. Special delivery.
Low chance to hit, so I turn off a lot of the weapons so as to not get too warm. Okay, thanks. Do your engineering.
Sure. Just forget about me.
Okay, that's fine. I reserved because these they often use sensor lock, and this fire starter has a lot of evasion, so that would have been useful. Anyway, I'll punch him.
Affirmative. I'd rather use weapons, but
Commander,
And punch.
putting my weight into it.
Punch you.
yeah.
Unsteady. Unfortunately, can't punch from that range.
My way.
But yeah, because I triggered unsteady. This here, this threshold. The fire start lose all of the evasion and is now pretty easy to hit.
Guess I'll give it to him then.
But also I wouldn't have minded punching it some more. And now, the turrets didn't have a go. Oh, rude. Did you hit both of them with the flamethrower? That's really rude.
What now?
Anyway, I'll knock you over. You might explode
Advantage,
actually.
I guess. Enemy down.
I'm picking up a new
Yep.
sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
There's one ship. Is there another ship? Because it kind of sounds... Yep, yep. I heard you, and also it was like that last time too.
Yes, Commander.
What can I do for you?
We'll have the Panther go here and try to draw aggro, I guess. Also, it will probably get shot by turrets. Did I hit? Did I get even one hit in? I don't think so. Poor missiles. Reserve. Let them come
Gonna
closer.
camp here until I see an opening.
Cars.
What now?
Do a bit of scouting. That's a galleon. Can probably shoot that. That's the Locust. They suck. It's another galleon. Question is, which of these enemies can the others reach? Guess I'll shoot the galleon. Because who cares about the Locust?
Copy that. Firing Alpha strike.
I mean, I say that, but that Locust has long-range missiles, so it could hit the buildings, and I wouldn't like that. But still, it's a Locust.
Waiting for orders.
So you
Got it.
destroy the second galleon.
Here it comes.
Thank you.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Commander.
And the Vindicator doesn't really have anything to do.
Roger that.
Probably a striker. Oh, it's the only turret that can do anything. Okay, so now to ensure that I have this Locust's attention, I will punch it.
Going toe to toe. There's more where that came from.
Yep, that's a radiation field. Hey,
Hey,
yeah, hey.
Orders.
Can step on the striker, but can reserve.
Reserving action.
And reserve again. Because I just want to step on the striker. And also watch this Locust get destroyed by machine guns. Oh. The vehicles don't care about heat. So they can just stand in the radiation field and get a bonus to evasion, I guess. I guess you can do that.
okay.
I
let's
guess.
go. Going hand to hand.
Nice. Just
Mech
kick it
destroyed.
in the stomach
Ready
or
for orders.
whatever. Precision strike, just to make sure.
Got it. One for the scrap heap.
Oh, it's still,
Right here.
it's just the Locust left.
Affirmative.
And maybe not for long. Oh, teleported behind me.
I'm here.
Mm. Ooh. Nice fireworks.
And stay down.
Yep,
Mission
and
successful.
now I can do a mission that's maybe... Well, I want to say a mission that's challenging, but it when you can't really use your weapons. Oh, a lot of bonus money. When you can't really use your weapons, um, because your cooling systems don't work. That does add a bit of challenge, I guess. Like not when it's 2 mechs or so, but like 1.5 skulls is, I think, the next hardest I have here on this planet. And 2.5 skulls can get a bit dicey with my terrible 3 light mechs, 1 vindicator lance. Not that these are bad mechs or anything. Um, yeah, time doesn't advance while you're just doing missions. So you can just do like 10 missions a day, except you probably won't have 10 missions on the planet. As I said, the difficulty indicator of the skulls is not very accurate. But like you see the max pay and the max salvage, and if those are really high, that probably means something is off. Like these two are just half a skull more, but that's a lot of money and a lot of salvage. They are probably hard. Um, Also like the I guess there's like I don't know how many, like 100 missions or so, and like when you know the names of the difficult missions, you could, I guess, skip them. Or you could say, oh, that's the difficult mission. Um, okay. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever done this one. Um, I might have done this one. So yeah, the description already sounds like difficult. I don't know if it actually is, but it probably is with how generous the reward is. So I'm doing the one with the least money, and also it's a pirate mission, and I would like a bit of pirate reputation as a buffer. So if I have to do a bunch of missions against pirates, they don't start hating me and demand too much money for access to the black market. Ooh, max reputation +7. I could do this, which is probably not really worth it. Still 6, 5, 4. I could do this, or this. Still get some money, still get some salvage, and get a bit more of a buffer. Ambush convoy. So destroying some cars again, and I really hope it's not the tank with the big cannon that has one shot like 2 of my mechs before. Not in this career, but It's a bit scary when a tank has a huge cannon, it just shoots you and you're dead. Bit scary. The Free Worlds League is probably, I would say, the most interesting of the 5 states, just because it's not like, it's not Space China or Space Japan
Interface initiated.
or Space Germany. It's a weird or weirder. What's this? Oh, it's a thing. There are things. Stop convoy from escaping. I. This is the denial zone. The convoy will drive like this, and I will wanna go up here and intercept it,
Moving to
and probably try to destroy the convoy before the escorts catch up, I guess, somehow. I'm jumping instead of running like this, just in case that makes the enemy spot me.
Taking the
I'm
high
not
road.
sure if the move, if they can spot you while you're moving in your turn, but I just wanna be careful
I'm here.
before I stop being careful.
Our target is within sensor range.
Who? Where? Who? Oh, that's a mech. It looks pretty similar to a map where they a kind of gruesome battle, but I guess it's not this map because that didn't have that big crater.
Hey,
Um, mm, that kind of sucks because I can't really move in a sensible way.
going as fast as
Okay,
I can.
I found some things. Okay, okay, I don't like this.
Standing by.
I don't like this. But sprinting Jenners have so much evasion, they should be fine. Please don't prove me wrong.
What can I do for you?
The Panther is so slow. It's not an urban mech, but it's still slow. A spider. Punch the spider. Yeah, because thing of light mechs is the evasion. It's the strength. The best way to counter that is
All
to
in air.
just punch them. Because evasion doesn't work when you punch them. Just punch them. And like, a lot of medium mechs will just destroy a light mech with a single hit. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It's not a knockdown.
Major armor loss.
Okay. Because the thing is, I think you can't go. You can't skip unsteady. So you can't fill the bar in one turn. And knock someone over. So that LRM carrier needs to die. It has to go.
Good to go.
and brace to not get knocked over next time.
I heal.
Okay, I can shoot a lot of enemies, but probably not in a way that's meaningful.
Oh boy, here we go.
Also, I could just reserve to let the tanks move forward.
Good to go.
But I think, well, because the tanks will outrun the mechs. That's the reason I'm trying to intercept them like this. Hey,
Right here. Mm-hmm. Hightailing it. Yes, I am.
also the rough terrain makes it easier to knock you over, and you don't have to stand in the rough terrain, you just need to move through it. And it sticks for like a turn, I think. Maybe more? That would be terrible. Because LRM carriers exist. They shoot 60 rockets in a single turn. 60 rockets.
What now?
And
Waiting on you, Commander.
I don't wanna reserve without moving the Panther because it has no evasion. So we'll move it down here and brace.
I'm getting pummeled. Standing by.
So, I will not death from above these cars. Death from above is like you use a jump jets to jump on an enemy and do a bunch of damage, and also it kills your legs. I can't. I can do it if all of my shots hit the back, and they can't hit the back, so I can't do it. The galleon, I can kill the galleon
Start.
Primary target.
unless I just completely miss.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
That's a great voice. So yes.
Taking damage.
But where is the LIM carrier? I would like to destroy it. Hey, this poor Jenna doesn't have any evasion anymore. The LIM carrier would do bad things to it. Especially now. So I really, is this the alarm carrier?
Moving. Mm-hmm.
So, Bulldog, alarm carrier. Okay, fortunately the alarm carriers are a bit squishy.
Here we go.
No. That was really spread. I need to stop that striker.
Losing armor.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Just barely.
It's okay. Damage is light. Yes,
Like-
Commander.
Yeah, the strength of light mechs is that they have a lot of evasion until you have like 10 enemies that all shoot at
Moving
you.
to position.
So you need to die, and if I hit you in the back,
Copy that. Firing Alpha Strike.
that was not in the back. That 2 out of 3 hit a different part. It's the right arm.
Structure damage.
Is there a weapon in the right arm? Oh, two weapons. So I want to do this
Lifting off.
and hope I hit the right side.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Boom. Okay.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
So that's only the Bulldog and the LRM carrier left. And also all of these mechs that are beating me up.
Waiting for orders.
Replacing an arm is expensive. Reserve, because I might get a better target if I wait with the Panther.
Help, I'm getting flanked.
Ah, that sucks.
Oh boy. Help,
Lost
I'm
one
getting
laser.
I hear ya.
I'm listening.
Okay. Move a bit down. LRM carrier. Did... Huh? Did I not even hit... Oh, I shot the... Ah, I shot the Bulldog. So, I don't care about heat. The LRM carrier needs to die. Oh my god. Ah, that's...
Waiting for orders.
I guess I need to jump jet and shoot. That's bad.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Ah,
I feel bad about shooting the little guys.
really needed to take that off the board. Ouch.
right here.
So you have to leave. The right side. Stronger. Brace. Oh, overheated.
Nothing in here.
Well, it's... I guess it doesn't matter when you've already lost an arm. Then the repair costs are like make me cry anyway. I'll move back a bit.
On my way.
Just to cool down. Disengage a bit. Wait, there's still two?
A bunch of armor.
Oh, that's the broken LRM carrier.
I hear ya.
So I will try to get rid of the Bulldog. And then I could evacuate. Which doesn't look like a bad option.
It's time to bug out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
Depending on where that is. Oh. A single LRM carrier. Oh god. It was an empty arm, but
Daylight through my armor.
repairs are gonna take time. Okay, that seems doable. Guess the Vindicator will try to draw a bit of fire, so everyone else can get out of there. Who is dangerous? Both commandos can deal a lot of damage for how little they can take. Still the large laser.
Standing by.
So the Panther needs to jump and can't shoot for heat reasons.
Right here.
So I can reserve now because they can't hit the Jenners, and I just want to run past. Ouch. I could, by the way, withdraw now. Ow.
Armor breach! Internal
Yes, Commander.
I could withdraw now and
I may regret
oh,
this.
why are you so hot?
I'm melting in here.
Up high.
I don't even want to shoot. Okay, I kind of want to shoot the commando. But I probably need to use the jump jets again.
Confirmed.
So I'm just trying to get everyone out of here.
Enemy down.
Because actually fighting... Ow.
I don't like how this is going.
Yeah. Is there a radiation field? No.
Right here.
Because like actually fighting would be very risky. Even though they are all overheating now, so they can't shoot a lot. But just like the Panther with the PPC,
waiting for orders.
like one good hit, that would hurt. That's the left side, so I want to do like
Time
this
to fly.
and brace, because I'm too hot, like in real life.
I'm taking internal damage.
That's gonna be an expensive mission. And I can't just run past everyone.
Jumping.
So we'll show my back to the one spider and the front to the commando and the panther, who both have more firepower. And to get down here I need to jump, and that's a lot of heat. And all of this would be easier. Oh cool. Miss like that more often.
Standing by.
All of that would be easier if this weren't a lunar environment.
Copy.
Because I can't jump jet and shoot because everything gets too hot.
That weren't much. Receiving you.
I'm being flanked.
But at the same time,
Yes.
because the enemies are all overheating, the mission, it looks like I could just win now by killing everyone. But I don't like how much. I think I would take a lot of damage doing that. I want to punch the commando. It's a bad idea because it slows me down, but I want to punch the commando. And now it's... Oh. It's gonna fall down.
Critical hit.
And I hope this panther here. Oh, ouch.
Internal structure damage.
Overheating.
Yes, Commander.
Also, the AI doesn't really care about overheating. So it just shoots until it overheats and then just does nothing,
Standing by.
basically. Like it doesn't turn off weapons, I think. Just always shoots everything.
Yes, Commander. Roger that.
Also like how there's the stability threshold, and after getting uneasy, you fall down. You overheat where it takes structure damage, and then if you fill up the bar, your mech shuts down for a turn, and everyone gets free called shots on you. And
Maximum
that's
speed.
bad. Also,
Right here.
I want to show you something because I checked. There's an achievement for ejecting, I think, 5 times, and very, very few players actually have that. And I assume, like, really few, like, just people getting achievements on purpose should put it at like 30% instead of, I think it's like 7, and it's just not challenging to do. So I think people don't know how to eject. This is how you eject. It saves a pilot. Your mech is out of the fight, and the head is destroyed. Which sucks when you have good cockpit mods like those that block pilot injuries. But it can be really important, so you don't lose important pilots or mechs,
Ready for
because
orders.
nobody attacks the empty mech. Just want to shoot you for fun.
Affirmative.
Oh, headshot. And SRMM explosion. Yep,
Standing by.
thought as much.
Moving to position.
Also, you can withdraw.
Roger.
Forgot to put on the other lasers.
Negative damage. Commander.
Anyway, we out of here.
Confirmed.
Mission successful.
So like when you play the campaign, this whole company simulation part of the game is really easy. Yeah, whatever. Just means I don't get bonus money. Oh yeah, you got injured. Oh, that's also medium laser gun. Is there anything I need? Like most of the time you want to pick mech salvage, because when you have a full mech you can sell that mech. But also like LRM-20s are very good, and you can buy them in stores unless you haven't. Yeah, like you can't buy them in every store. What stores sell depends on the planet. But like you can have rare equipment like LRM-20++, and those might be more useful to you than, for example, this piece of a commando. Especially when you play with 5 parts to make a whole mech or something like that. That makes mech parts a lot less valuable. So yeah, in the campaign, the company sim part is pretty easy. Except maybe at the start when you don't know what you're doing. Especially because the campaign missions give you a lot of rewards, and so you basically, unless you mess up a lot or you don't really know how the game works yet, it's pretty safe. But in career mode, well, if you're just screwing around for fun, then it also doesn't matter. But when you try to get a good score, you need to be efficient with your time, and well, early on you can just go bankrupt pretty easily. Especially if you're playing on a difficulty you're not used to, like me. But you kind of need to be efficient with your time to get a good score. And as I said, this is kind of a practice run just to figure out how I would do a run where I actually try to get a good score. I just need to repair. So one thing you could do in a case like this where all of your mechs need repairs, what you can do is just wait for the repairs to finish.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
And like you can do that in the campaign too. It's just it's fine. You have unlimited time in the campaign. I thought that a heatsink broke, but I guess it didn't. So you could also go do missions with half repaired mechs, and just play more carefully, because the armor will be replaced anyway. Or if you have a second mech bay, you can just have more mechs. Or you can have more pilots if you're running out of pilots. Because you see, this pilot took 1 injury and is out 18 days. And that's not the default. that's already that's already a bit of an improvement. So what you can do though is check in here. I have 3 missions left. I'm changing the priorities so that like this Panther I have never used, where I just it was empty and I put some weapons in. This is low priority. The Vindicator is high priority, because it's my only medium mech, and I will need it on every mission. And the rest goes like this. So I wanna have the mechs that are done sooner. Like that's not really very complicated. But now instead of waiting, could go here and wait. But if I only needed the Vindicator or the Vindicator and the Jenner, I would need to wait 2 days and could go back to doing contracts. That's fine. I need to wait for all of these. So that's at least, if I just wait for these 4, these 4 would take 8 days. And I could wait 8 days. Alternatively, I could go to a different planet. And I can pick here a difficulty 1 planet. 14 days. So that's all of the mechs. Have I been here before? No. What's this? 16 days. That's also fine. It has a black market. I would like the invitation to the black market. I don't know if there's a way to trigger it or if it's just random. Also haven't been on this one. 14 days. Like these attributes tell you what to expect from shops and missions. Like Lunar World, no thanks. I think I have had enough of that for a while. Arctic World, very nice. Because Arctic worlds make heat management a lot easier. Like you can, unless you have like really heavy really heavily armed assault mechs, something like that, you can just shoot everything all of the time. This is a low gravity planet. Okay, but it still has a what's the word? Atmosphere. Terran world. That means there's a lot of different biomes, but no lunar or Martian, because those are like atmosphere things. This is 16 days. This would be fine. Also, it's a black market. I would move through 2 systems I've visited already, which is suboptimal, but eh. This would be fine because I like Arctic worlds. I don't know if extensive volcanism does anything. The small population, poor mining, primitive civilization are not as cool as the Arctic world, because they probably won't have nice things in the store. This here is Battlefield, which could mean nice things, but token population means you don't get a lot of things to buy. Battlefield means you probably get very nice things, but token population means there might not be anyone to sell these. That's black market. Manufacturing is also a thing about the stores. Rocky World. What does that do? Okay. That's 26 black market chemicals, which is I think like one of the tags that means you can buy rarer equipment of some kind. Anyway, so these are the difficulty 1. Have I been on this one? No. So if I go here, I'll move through 2 systems I have visited before, which doesn't really matter. If I go here, I move through 1 system I haven't visited before. And if I go here, that's also 1 system I haven't visited before, but it's a lunar world. I would mind the lunar worlds a lot less if I had, I guess, what would be good? Like autocannons run pretty cool, but most autocannons aren't very good by themselves. or like they are too heavy. So I usually don't use them a lot, because you get for like the weight of like an AC5 autocannon, you could, I don't know, put like 6 medium lasers on there or something, or probably like 4 medium lasers and 2 heat sinks, something like that. So you could also put a lot of heat sinks on there. So I will go to this planet because I like Arctic worlds. Oh wait. A thing that's that kind of sucks about this is that you can't say, I want to go to this planet via this planet. It just picks the one route, and this is the one you have to use. So I want to go here because it has a battlefield, a black market, and is a Terran world. Also recreation. I don't know if that might just be like random events. Also, the active factions are Canopus, which I want to be friendly with, and the Capellans, which I don't like. So I'm hoping there will be a lot of missions where I get to beat up Capellans for the for Canopus. So I'm gonna go here.
Calculating force now, Commander.
And I could return to this planet later, but it's also not really important. What's a bit annoying is that you can't skip all of these little cutscenes. Like this is I assume this is basically a loading screen. But there's a few of them where you can skip, and it's not very consistent. Like the jumping, that's not skippable. Also, the time it takes to reach a planet is not entirely related to how close it is. There's a lore explanation.
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander. We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
But it basically means you should check on the map before you assume. So this pilot spent the entire trip in the Med Bay and is still not quite ready. My Mechs, on the other hand, are. This Panther is also not ready yet. I can level up my give you sensor lock. Can level up my mech warriors because I will use them. You could also just get a lot of XP with them and not assign it, so they stay cheap, and only assign it when you need them. But like it's not a lot of difference. I didn't. I meant to buy the Shadowhawk piece in the store, and there isn't one here. Oh, I'm almost close to a Warhammer, which is this is heavy assault, a heavy mech. I keep confusing the Warhammer and the Battlemaster. Battlemaster is an assault mech. Armored with melee damage, not very interesting. gyro with melee hit is not very interesting. A gyro with hit defense would be good, because they get hit less easily, and that's how you get light mechs that never get hit. So the store isn't very interesting. Just checking the hiring hall. There's a Kickstarter.
Good to go.
Mech Warrior. It also has Bulwark, which is fine. I like the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter mechs because they all have a bio, and that can be fun to read. And like the Kickstarter
Yes, Commander.
Mech Warriors have a bio. The prop gen Mech Warriors have tags. Is the difference basically. Also the Kickstarter Mech Warriors have different portraits.
Commander.
I think you can change them. You can customize a lot, even when it's not your own Mech Warrior. Like I think I could, yeah, I could just customize a bunch of things. So, also a ship upgrade was done. So I did the. Oh yeah, I did the habitat parts. So now I can have more Mech Warriors, so I could hire one. And I did that for the training modules, I think. That give you that passively give you experience per day. So that's for and Mech Warrior experience means score. So that's but it's generally a good upgrade. The structure and system support, structure and power systems. These upgrades basically just unlock more upgrades. And also, if you read these things, it's like, oh, maybe I want to do this upgrade so the ship doesn't explode randomly. Could get the mech bay, which lets you have 6 more mechs, and also makes repairs quicker. And I think then also unlocks new repair upgrades, so your repairs get quicker still. And thus the recreation things are for morale. What's the gymnasium first? The lounge. You probably want to have a lounge. It takes 10 days and is pretty cheap. This takes 15 days and is also cheap-ish. Morale is important insofar as it lets you use more skills, which means precision strike and vigilance, which I haven't used. Both of them are very good. Also, sometimes there are like random events that happen, and you might have like 4 choices, and it's a difficult decision unless you have like, I don't know, the library, and then the library choice is the best choice, which kind of rewards you for getting the library. It's a very big ship that you can have a library like this when you also have all of these mechs. It is a very big ship. So I'm gonna get the training module and
Wanted right away.
what would be next? Like the mech bay would be useful as soon as I get more mechs, but it's also very expensive. And the recreation things are all pretty cheap, and morale is nice. Though you can also increase morale by just giving everyone more money. Like every month when you get to pay, you can say, I want to give everyone more money, and that increases morale, or you give them less money and they think you suck. And when morale is low, people might also leave. And that's really sad when you try so hard to keep them alive and then they just leave because the company sucks. So anyway, I am ready. Just checking contracts. What do we have here? I think I will do one last contract, and hopefully not one I regret. Ooh, I kind of wanna do the B team. These are missions where you have three rookie pilots in bad mechs, or not bad mechs, in very light mechs, and you send one of your mech warriors along with one of your mechs, which is hopefully a heavier one, and then you do a mission with your very bad pilots. That's a battle. That's the one with the killing the terrorists. Supply line. Also, a thing about the factions is that these blurbs are always the same. They just like they change the name of the planet and the name of the factions. But it means, yeah, all of the factions are terrible. Like even the ostensibly good factions will say things like, yeah, go blow up this base, so the prisoners there can't reveal our secrets. No, you couldn't. You couldn't have rescued them or something. You needed to blow everything up. It's another battle. A local band of brigands. I think this is one of the more difficult missions. I think this generally means you get strong pilots in heavy mechs that don't have full armor, but will still kill you. I think I just want to do the B team, just for the heck of it. These are also nice because you only need a single mech to do them. So if you have to do repairs, not Jenna, always the Vindicator. So when you have to do repairs, you can still do this mission with your heavier mechs. Firefly. commando, a panther, and an urban mech. This is how you generally get to use urban mechs, because you can't. They're very. I don't think they are generally seen in missions. So you can only buy them in shops, and you probably won't buy them because they aren't that good. But in these missions you get to play around with them and see why they are actually cool in other games. Like I said, all the good things don't matter in this game. It's very sad. I'm sad about urban mechs.
Command interface initiated.
So this is
This reminds me of my childhood, back on the farm.
okay. This is a mission. Oh, I don't like this map. There's so many trees. Like, trees are good for cover, but they also really slow you down.
On my way.
Not that it really matters before the mission has started. So this is a mission where you
Move order received.
try to
Acknowledged.
capture this base,
10-4.
and then enemies appear, and it's, oh no, it was supposed to be undefended. Oh, that's turrets. Oh, and reinforcements. Yep. Light sniper turret. These are dangerous because they shoot a lot. And the other turrets might be dangerous too. And what this probably means is that I will pull this little commando back as soon as I'm allowed to.
Location confirmed.
Commander?
Before it eats all of the turret fire.
No shooting, just running.
And now should be safe. Unless it's still in sensor range.
Yes, Commander. Full throttle.
If these aren't
Yes, Commander.
LRM turrets
Got it. Full speed, no target.
that can shoot you from range,
Time to fly.
it would be pretty safe just to fight the reinforcements first.
Receiving you.
If they are LRM turrets, they will
Time, let's go.
the reinforcements will give the turrets line of sight, and then I will get shot a lot.
What can I do for ya?
So I'm walking through the woods.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Again?
Waiting for orders. Hostile on sensors.
Commando.
They will be done.
Standing by.
This also means you get to see a stock loadout panther. Oh. 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 That's a hunchback, and hunchbacks are scary. It's the laser one, I think. Oh, it's the AC-21. AC-20 is a very big
On
cannon
you, Commander.
for close range.
Moving
And when you get hit, you go pop. Oh,
They've blown past my armor. Oh, it's on now. Standing by.
we'll reserve
Waiting for the right move.
to see what happens.
I'm ready.
Good to go.
Wanna get the Vindicator forward
No
to
problem.
scout. Scout, in quotation marks. To give vision, we'll use Precision Strike to try to take off the AC-20,
Time to die.
which will take a while,
Ready for orders.
and it is maybe a better idea to stay out of range.
I'm walking here.
But the trees don't really make it very easy. See, and that's why I don't like PPCs, because it's one gun and you miss, and
I'm receiving you.
that's it. That's all you did. You missed.
Coordinates received.
I like the AC-10 a bit more, even though it's very heavy, because at least it doesn't run too hot.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Oh yeah, the Hunchback is in phase 2 now, because of Precision
I'm
Strike.
here.
And I might do the same thing again, because I really want to get rid of that.
Got it.
And 30% to hit the part I want to hit with a Precision Strike is not
I copy.
really interesting. But it gets a lot better later in the game, to the point where Precision Strikes are just the best thing. Just
Moving to position.
16% chance to headshot and immediately kill the mech. And I mean, probably don't do that.
Yes, Commander.
I think it's 18. It's probably better to either just focus on the center torso. I will brace, because AC autocannons have a recoil, which gives you an accuracy penalty. Oh yeah,
Hit.
yeah, yeah. That's an AC-20.
Receiving you.
So I didn't shoot,
Move order received.
so I can shoot next turn.
Yes.
So yeah, better things to do with your precision strikes than aim for the head. Aim for the legs,
Armor blow through.
because you can knock the enemy mech down and maybe take off a second leg, and then that's it. Or use it to take off the most dangerous weapon,
Roger that.
like what I'm doing.
I'm here. I'm there.
So 75. Okay, yep.
Critical hit, Commander.
That's the ammo. Yeah. So I didn't kill the AC-20, but I blew up all of the ammo. So
I hear ya.
goodbye AC-20, and I just punched the commando.
This is gonna be good.
So now the Hunchback is a lot less dangerous.
And there's more where that came from.
Which is the downside of having all of your weapons in the same spot.
Waiting for orders.
And I mean it's also why I don't like the PPC, for example, because it's like one weapon, and if it misses or if it blows up, that was your one weapon. And that's why my Panthers have like 4 medium lasers instead.
Moving to position. All weapons are go.
So I focus the Commando now because it can do relatively more damage than it can take. And the Hunchback only has a medium laser and a small laser now, so it's not
Waiting for orders.
as high a priority.
Moving out.
Yeah.
Attack failed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Commander?
Fortunately, I don't have to keep you alive.
Affirmative.
Ooh, is it even better than shooting from the front? Probably not. But anyway,
All weapons are go.
I I want to say it's better because you have fewer targets to hit, but you can't
I'm taking a
you
pounding,
can't
Commander.
from behind, you can't target like a leg, but you can still hit it,
Position confirmed.
which is a bit weird, but
Targeted for now.
I'm here.
I think I will just
Copy that.
brace to get rid of the recoil penalty
Waiting for orders.
and punch this Hunchback. This will probably kill. Yep. I didn't capture the base. Oh. That's a bit.
Orders?
I don't know. Don't land next to the turrets. Probably.
All right.
Good to go.
Right, Commander.
Roger that. Target destroyed.
I still haven't actually captured the base. So, why are you here?
Back.
Where can I get down?
Double time. Let's go.
We have jump jets.
Acknowledged.
Waiting for orders. Moving to position.
Oh, the laser turrets are not particularly threatening. Like, not the light laser turrets. The heavier ones, maybe.
That's a kill.
Ow! See, not too dangerous.
Waiting for orders.
Some turrets are very dangerous, and
Location confirmed.
others are kind of, eh. Like this is a lot more threatening, and I will struggle to kill it.
Confirmed. Target locked.
Boop.
Good to go. Got it.
Should be fine.
Got it.
Boom.
Target destroyed.
See, that's a bit scary.
Ready for orders. Acknowledged. Locking in all weapon systems. Target destroyed. I'm receiving you. Rolling.
Roger.
Coordinates received. Commander?
Got it. Ten-4.
Mission successful.
Money. Yeah. Too bad, but these aren't real people. Like, if you get another mission like this, you can have the exact same person. Also, you know, don't have SRM ammo in the torso. That wasn't what killed him, but I want the hunchback a lot more than anything else here. Even if I'm still very far away. And I don't even really like the AC-20 hunchback, but I guess you can put AC-5s in there instead? Maybe? I don't know. Because that's a thing about hard points. I will show you hard points in a bit. Do I have to do repairs? No. So, hard points. These are how many hard points you have on the whole thing. This means you can have no ballistic weapons on the Vindicator, 5 energy weapons, 1 missile weapon, and 2 support weapons, and 4 jump jets. Which kind of gives you, when you customize your mech, this gives you direction. But like, I think I said this before, the Vindicator, the stock Vindicator has a PPC for long range and an LRM for long range, long range missiles. Because the Vindicator is slow, or relatively slow. So the stock is like more long range. Also the stock things. A lot of the stock loadouts have like, you have long range and short range weapons, where the idea is that you use your long range weapons while advancing and then switch to the short range weapons, and it makes heat management easier because you can only ever use half of your weapons. But alternatively, you can not do that and instead go full long range or full close range, which is what I did here. Made a close range Vindicator. I used the energy hardpoints to fit in medium lasers, which are kind of the best weapons in the game, in that they are very efficient. They take one slot, they weigh 1 ton, they do a lot of damage, they're very accurate. The only bad thing about them is the heat, but I think this is 12 heat and an SRM6 is also 12 heat, and this is like 1 laser versus 6 missiles that also need ammo. And these small lasers are good for punching a thing and then shooting it with small lasers. Also, you can also just shoot them, or you can also use them when you're in close range. So they're also even more efficient, to make up for them having very short range. And yeah, so instead I could I have 4 tons left. If I put an LRM here, put in LRM ammo, and then 3 tons. This is 5. An LRM 5 is 2 tons. Could remove a heatsink and put another LRM. No, I couldn't because I only have 1 missile hardpoint. And that's like that's kind of how you play around these limitations. Because I could now an RM5 weighs 2 tons. But if I want to have the next biggest, an LRM10 that's 5 tons, if I put this in, I'm now 1 ton overweight, and I could remove the small lasers, for example. And now I have a mech that can shoot a bunch of missiles from range, and if I get closer, also use medium lasers. I'm not sure if that's good, because LRM10s are like, 1 LRM10 isn't great, but I mean, what if you put an LRM20 in there? Now I need to 5 tons. Actually, I can remove some heat sinks and can put a medium laser back in, and now I can actually lose another heatsink and put in more ammo, because LRM ammo has 120 rounds, so I could, with 1 ton of ammo, I can only shoot 6 times. With an LRM20, with 2 I can shoot 12 times, and that should be enough for everything. And then I can have a medium laser to give me like something to shoot when an enemy gets too close, or remove a heatsink and put another medium laser in there. And now I have a lot of rockets to shoot, and also some missiles. And also you could remove a lot of the armor if you were so inclined, but I am not. I like having armor. You could also remove jump jets, but I like being able to jump. And the Vindicator is, I think, pretty slow. Yeah. So I can jump farther than I can move. And like, I think this is a pretty usable design. Or you could put a PPC in there. PPC weighs 7 tons. And this is like a slightly stronger version of the default. It's a PPC and an LRM-10 instead of an LRM-5, and I could probably lose an ammo and put another medium laser in there. Or if I had ballistic hardpoints, I could put in ballistic weapons, of which I don't have a lot. And yeah, and all mechs have different hardpoints, and how many tons you have. If you strip everything, how many tons you have left. If you strip all of the armor, if you max out all of the armor, it's never a round number, and I hate that. You always have to remove a bit. Either remove a bit or walk around with like half a ton unused. That's a bit, yeah. So like you can do a lot of things. Going back here, I want to exit and discard all unsaved changes. Yes. I do not want to pay a lot of money to ruin the Vindicator. If I look at the Panther, I basically did the same thing. The default Panther has a PPC and an SRM4, and instead of a PPC, I gave it 4 medium lasers, because medium lasers are a lot more efficient. Then I could put in a better missile launcher. And now it's not a sniper anymore, but it's very good in close to medium range. Though the downside of both of these is the Panther and the Vindicator. There's a reason they are snipers by default, and that's because they are slow. So if you give them a lot of close range options, you can run into the problem where they are too slow. But you know, you can use jump jets, for example. Or the fire starter where put out. Oops, do not store the fire starter. The fire starter where the stock loadout has a lot of flamers, the flamethrowers, and I don't really like them because the ammo is really limited. Though shutting down a mech is very useful. It's more useful for the enemy, because there are very few situations where you can just have a fire starter that shuts down a mech and then the rest of your squad kills that mech, and then repeat that, because if fire starter can do that at most, if you manage it carefully, I think 4 times. Yeah, you have 4 ammo. And yeah, like you can also shut down assault mechs like this, but you can also shoot them to death. That's something you can do too. And so I made a fire starter that has 2 medium lasers to shoot things from far. And when I get close enough, I can punch things, and my small lasers and my machine guns will go off. Or I can stay just a bit further away and then also use my 2 medium lasers instead of punching. But I think the punch actually does more. Oh, it does 45 instead of 50 for the medium lasers, but it doesn't have the 24 heat of 2 medium lasers. And then you can check in the store, and there are mods. I can put an arm mod into the fire starter, and then it will hit harder. Or melee hit is kind of useless because it's very rare that you will hit that you will miss a melee attack. And you can't have more than 95% accuracy anyway. Also, you get some equipment like the cockpit mods that block injuries, and the cockpit mods that let you see farther, and I don't know, that there's a lot of things to customize, and the bigger the mechs are, the more you can fit into them. Most of the time. Like the cicada is a medium mech and it can't even carry all of its armor. So not that one. But a 90-ton mech has a lot more things to customize than a 35-ton mech has. And that's also where the hard points are. Where they come in, because you might have a lot of you might have a lot of tons available for your weapons, but only have like, say, 2 energy hard points and 2 missile hard points, which means you have to you basically have to use the heavier weapons of those, or you're wasting a bunch of tonnage. Yeah, I could I could show that better with I don't know, yeah, a Warhammer, for example. It has 4 energy hard points. You could probably fit like 3 PPCs on there if you take off a lot of armor or something. And then you have the Awesome, which just has 3 PPCs, and because I don't like PPCs, I take all of them off and use the 5 energy hard points for large lasers and medium lasers. Also, you can use missiles. You have support hard points, so you could have a close range Awesome with small lasers and medium lasers, except it's very slow, so that's a bit of a problem. But you know, it's cool. I like it. I like customizing mechs. It's like I said, you have like the, instead of Fire Emblem's dating sim, you have the company sim. And yeah, but it's more like half of the game is the battles, and half of the game is customizing your mechs. Unless you only use stock loadouts, which kind of sucks. Which, I mean, is the point. It's like a challenge run, but also you miss out on all of the mech bay fun. Also, you can paint them. You can customize your company, and then there's a little atlas. with the scary skull face. And look, these are so tiny, and you can customize. And anyway, I like this game. I like it a lot. And I will buy the DLC when it goes on sale, because it's like the season pass is like €50, and that's a bit much for my like, for me personally. It's a bit much because I don't have a lot of money. I'm not saying they shouldn't get money. So yeah, unfortunately, it has like surprisingly high system requirements, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. Some of the fireworks are cool when you punch a mech and then it explodes. So there. Yeah, I will go to the main menu, and I will get an autosave, because this is Iron Man, and I can't just make a bunch of saves, which I didn't even do in the campaign, because I like living with my decisions unless the game punishes me really hard for it, like Fire Emblem does. Also, there's a skirmish mode where you can, I don't know, there's an online multiplayer, and you can just fight a battle against the AI if you want. I don't. Yeah, there's a campaign mode and there's a career mode, and the DLCs are cool, and very expensive, but cool. And did I say that you can have they them pronouns in this game? Because I think that's good, and more games should do that. Thank you for watching. See you next sometime, I guess. Probably Saturday. Probably. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.